Hello, my people. How's it going? I'm Jenni.
KB.
And today we are going to be taking a look at some song lyrics. What is the song that we're going to do?
I Kissed a Girl by
Katy Perry, our queen.
Yeah, we were listening to this on the radio, and we just started talking about it, and then Jenni's like, let's make a video about it.
Yeah, but I want to, be clear with y'all about when this song first came out, what a big deal it was.
It was pretty huge.
I freaking loved it.
Yeah.
I was like,
repeat, woo!
And I remember, I have two distinct memories. I don't know if you had any, specific memories, but I have a memory of, one time that I was in college at the time that this song came out. I remember, one time that I was, kissing my girlfriend at that time, and this song came on the radio, and we were both,
That's great.
We both, were, kissing, and we're, we stopped kissing, we're yeah! And then I have another memory, which was when I was out at, I think it was at the time called Revolution, and it went back to being called Southern Nights, and it's, as far as I know, the only gay club in Central Florida that has a lesbian night. And, I was out dancing with some friends, and this song came on, and I remember it was one of my guy friends that was there, and this song came on, and I was really getting down to it. I was like, yeah, this song. Woo! And he was like, wow, you were real passionate when that song came on. I really liked it. Yeah, one of my gay guy friends. And so I remember being like, oh my gosh, this song. So I have fond memories of this song. Do you have any memories of it when it came out?
I remember when it first came out, and I was in the middle of doing something, and I had to stop and make sure I heard I was actually listening.
Oh.
That it was actually happening.
You're like, wait,
hang on.
real?
Yeah, because I was just like, oh, it's Katy Perry. I could tell it's Katy Perry. And then when the part that I kissed the girl, and I was like, okay.
I wanted my phone to check. What year did this come out?
Looks like, let's see. When did it come out?
Usually I have my phone and I can look stuff up on my phone.
2008.
2008. Okay, got it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
That does. But yeah, because
for a while.
Because obviously it starts really interesting too. You just I thought initially I was typical a song probably about a dude, and then all of a sudden I was like, what?
So you remember hearing it on the radio?
Yeah, I was hearing it on the radio. I was like, we're on a project,
real?
And then I was like, okay, this is kind of cool. Da, 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 da. Here we go. And then it was I Kissed the Girl, and I liked it, and I was like, stop what I was doing, go over to the radio and be like,
yes. So we initially found this to be a really huge deal.
Yeah.
I think at the time it was just also very rare for this kind of song to be this popular.
Oh yeah, it was off the charts. I remember I had a couple friends and they were, did you hear the new Katy Perry song? I'm like, yeah. And they liked it. Some of them were just kind of like, it's ridiculous. And I'm like, psh.
Yeah.
You're just jelly.
So we were, big fans back in 2008.
Oh, yeah.
And then it was the other day when we were listening to it on the radio, we were like, wait, this is kind of queerbaity. And
kind of.
Here's the thing, though, is that, if you think about 2008, we had a lot less gay stuff going on. So to have something like this was obviously a huge deal for us.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm going to be honest with you, in the year 2008, at the time this came out, I had never heard the word queerbait.
That's true.
Yeah, I didn't, know that existed or what that was. Anything that was, two girls together, I was like, oh my gosh, it's a thing, how exciting.
It's so wonderful.
But now that we're, wonderful magic.
Is this why all magical girls are kind of gay-coded?
Right? And so then when we were listening to the other day, we were like, wait, this is a little bit queer, baby.
We still love it.
Yeah, we still love it and have these, precious memories of it. Yes. But we're like, there is something to be said for, taking a look and being like, is this really, what our community, what, represents our community, authentically, not really.
Yeah.
So, let's take turns reading it.
All right, well, go ahead and do the honors here.
All right. This was never the way I planned. Not my intention. So, off the bat, she didn't really want to go in and do this. She wasn't planning on it. I got so brave, drinking hand, so she's drinking.
Oh, shoot.
So, she's been drinking.
Oh, here we go.
Lost my discretion. So, This was an act of, like, I'm not in my regular state of mind
With my
when
drinky
I
drink.
decided to do this.
Yep.
It's not what I'm used to. Just want to try you on. So it's like, oh, let me just, like, experiment with this other girl.
Uh-huh.
I'm curious for you. Caught my attention. So this makes it seem like something that's like
a party.
So yeah, she's at a party. She's so in the moment, doing something against her better judgment, lost her discretion.
She be having some drinkies.
She's just a little curious.
Just a little.
And someone caught her attention.
So,
She has this idea.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, in most parties, you know, to get attention, you will see girls making out with each other
Yeah.
to get guy attention.
Yeah. So, to be fair, like, this is a step above that. Because
is,
at least
definitely.
she's like, well, this person caught my attention.
Yeah, exactly.
I was curious.
Yeah.
So she's not like, oh, the boys are watching.
I know.
Let's kiss together. Attention.
See that so much.
But to be honest with you, like, I remember a time when I was out dancing.
Mm-hmm.
And...
Jenni gone wild.
No. Not me. I was out dancing, right? And this girl came up to me, and I think I had, like, short hair then, too. I used to have, like, shorter than your hair.
Currently.
Yeah, she needs a haircut.
Oh, so shaggy.
But I used to have short hair like yours, and I was out dancing with my friends, and it was one of those, like, more alternative, like, edgy nights at the club, and this girl that looked like a cute pixie came up to me, and she was like, hey, there's a lot of lesbians here. Are you a lesbian? I was like, well, yeah, I like girls. I identify as pansexual, but I was like, yeah, I like girls. And she's like, I've never kissed a girl before. And I was like, oh, really? And she was like, can I kiss you? And I was like, yes. And she kissed me. So I was someone's like this. So this represents something that does happen and has happened to me and can happen. Yeah, that happened. Does it remind you of anything you like witnessed in person or been a part
well,
of?
I did the opposite. I did have a girl that was interested, but I am very much against experimentation. I do not want to be someone's experiment, since I had a lot of that growing up. People like, oh, can I just go out with me? You know, I want to be the girl that everyone was with before, and I don't really like girls. And I'm like, well, I don't really want to put me in that situation. Because feelings can be caught, and it can be a lot of mess.
Yeah.
The girl was really attractive that came up to me, by the way. But I'm not someone that's just going to randomly kiss a hot girl. I made her cry.
Oh, no.
I said just...
I was a little more wild in my youth than you were.
I mean, for me, it has to, like... I have to have, like, a connection.
Yeah.
It's just how I am.
I like that better. And to be honest, like, I'm gonna be real honest with you. The kiss wasn't good. I'm gonna be real honest with you. Like... the kiss was not good. Like, I feel like...
Did she like it?
There have been guys that I've kissed that, like, just aren't, like, that sensitive or caring, and it was kind of like that.
Oh!
I feel like being, like, someone who's probably, like, been just with, I mean, obviously only been kissing guys, that she's been kissing, like, guys who just weren't good kissers. Like, there have been guys, and I've shared this before, when I have been with guys, like, they're usually the ones who all their friends are girls. They're, like, more emotional, in tune with their feelings, and deep, like, and, yeah, like, the guys that aren't, I feel like, are the guys that this girl's been kissing. No. So she just, like, kind of, like, grabbed my face and stuck her tongue in my mouth. Which I'm not, I mean, some girls, I'm sure, are into that. Like, I'm sure.
So
I'm
she
not
caught
one
you
of
by
them.
surprise.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
not what she
I was kind of like, whoa. So it wasn't that good of a kid. Like, she was real cute, and I don't regret it. Like, it was just a night out having fun partying. But, like, on my list of good kisses, it wasn't up there. Yeah. Let's be honest. We're getting real personal now.
It's fun.
Peeling back layers. All right, let's hear the next.
All right, so here we go. I kissed a girl and I liked it. Okay, so she's into it.
Yeah.
The taste of her cherry chapstick.
Okay, so let's talk about the first line, I kissed a girl and I liked it.
Okay.
So when you say I kissed a girl and I liked it, like, to me that's so surface level.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
That's just like, okay, well, I did this act and I enjoyed it.
Yep.
It's not like I kissed a girl and I caught feelings.
Right.
I kissed a girl and it was so romantic.
She enjoyed it.
It's just like, oh yeah, I kind of enjoy it. And I feel like she's, in a way, just like objectifying this other woman.
Yeah.
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 Which, I mean, like, the song is not that deep, but, like, if we're talking about, like, women love women relationships, that's so, like, surface level.
Yeah.
It's very basic.
It really is. And so, I'm sure you know about this, but you said there is, like, chapstick lesbians?
Oh, yeah, that's a thing. So that's what Ellen DeGeneres said she was.
Okay.
She's like, oh, I'm a chapstick lesbian.
It's cherry chapstick.
Yeah. Cherry chapstick. Which I feel like is not what Ellen DeGeneres or an actual chapstick lesbian would be wearing. Yeah, I feel like that's, like, something more so, like, cute and fruity. And
yeah.
Maybe she does wear cherry chapstick. I don't know. Maybe she likes that flavor, the scent. But, yeah, I feel like that's kind of, like, fruity and cutesy.
Yeah.
So.
I kissed a girl just to try it. Experimentation ensues. Which, like I said before, to each their own. I'm just not a fan of it.
Yeah. Yep.
And this line...
This one makes me want to cry a little bit. I'm not even going to lie. I'm kind of emotional because we just filmed our last video about that gentleman Jack is getting kissed. So I'm already, like, kind of in an emotional space.
Yeah, me too.
But this line hurts me.
I hope my boyfriend don't mind it.
Yeah, it kind of hurts a
Yeah.
little bit in my soul.
Yeah.
It's a whole song about kissing a girl. And she's like, oh, yeah, by the way, I hope my boyfriend doesn't mind. Because, like, kissing another human being won't be considered cheating. Which some guys don't consider it cheating. Like... I mean, who am I to judge?
I mean, the thing, too, though, and, like, this is back in 2008, and then other cultures, like, kissing a girl, doing things a girl doesn't count, right? So, to me...
That's true.
It's kind of like, hope isn't... Yeah, so when she says that, it's like, oh, probably not a big deal, it's just another girl, you know, it's not like I'm kissing a guy or something. And a lot of people still believe that in this day.
That's true.
Kissing someone, though, is if you're still with someone, in my opinion, still cheating, but, you know, to each their own.
Yeah.
I know in Japan, it's a really big thing that they have this phase where they're just like with a girl and then to a certain point then they end up getting married to some guy, you know, so it's like, oh, it's just a girl.
But marriage is viewed very differently in Japan.
Yes, it really is. It's more like a transaction, right? So it's like for the benefit of a business or whatever, you know. It's not necessarily love, but yeah. So but yeah, again.
Okay, what else does she say?
So then she says here, it felt so wrong.
Ouch.
Ouch. It felt so right.
Which is interesting. Like, she, like, enjoyed it. She says she liked it. It felt so wrong. And I'm like, well, then why did it feel so wrong?
Why it feels so wrong and it felt so right?
But
it felt so wrong so because she has a boyfriend? Or it felt so wrong because she's kissing a girl?
Yeah, and because of, like, societal stigmas about it. And it says, what else does she go to slur?
Don't mean I'm in love tonight.
Really? So I feel like this is... I feel like it's good that the song is out there because I feel like this is probably the internal dialogue that happens for a lot of women who maybe, like, do just try and experiment and kiss other women. Or, like, lesbians who are just coming out or other, you know, sapphic individuals who are just coming out and realizing... like, hey, like, I actually enjoyed kissing this other girl. What does it mean? Yeah. I feel like this could be a lot of their internal dialogue.
Very well could be.
Yeah. And I mean, it's true that it doesn't mean that you're in love that night. Like, kissing someone doesn't mean you're in love with them. Right. But, like, I also get the sense in this song that it's kind of like, oh, but it's not that. Like, it's not romantic, though. So it's okay. It was just a kiss.
It's just playing.
Yeah.
I kissed a girl and I liked it. I liked it.
So I could see, like, even this dialogue sounds like that, like, self-talk.
It definitely sounds like it.
And, like, trying to process and come to terms. She's, like, repeating it. Yeah. And kind of trying to come to terms with what's going on and what's happened.
Here comes the next part.
All right. No, I don't even know your name. It doesn't matter. Wow. Okay. All right. Okay.
Oh, the dagger.
To be honest with you, I don't know the name of that girl I kissed that night. So
I don't think you want to.
I don't dislike her. I feel like if she had, and we like exchanged phone numbers. Actually, she gave me her number afterwards. But actually, there was a girl that I was actually like leaning toward getting in a relationship with at the time. So I was like, yeah, I probably shouldn't call this girl because this other girl that I'm like getting serious with, and then did get into a long-term relationship with someone else like soon after. So, but like, so she did give me her number. She probably like wrote down her name. But it's just years ago, so I don't remember.
Right.
But yeah, to just be like, yeah, I don't know your name. It doesn't matter. Like, she's like trying to downplay this whole exchange that it seems like was significant enough to her to make a song about it. Yeah, that's kind of odd to me.
This next line.
You're my experimental game. Just human nature. Yeah, I think you're more bothered than that than I am.
I just
because I feel
don't.
Like early dating is kind of just an experiment. Like,
I mean,
like you.
Okay, I get that, but when girls come up to you and they've just never been with a girl before and they want to see if they like it, I don't like that.
And I feel like with all of the stigma against. What is this cat doing? He's like grumbling or something. I feel like with all the stigma against the lesbian community, it could make this hurt more. Yeah. To just like downplay and be like, oh, you're just some experiment. It's just human nature to be curious and just want to try it. I feel like that's kind of what makes it hurt a little more. But obviously, like, we do as a community, or at the time this came out, did love this song.
Oh, yeah.
But at the same time, like, looking back, I'm like, ooh, that does kind of hurt.
Yeah, it definitely does.
Yeah. It's not what good girls do. Not how they should behave. Ouch. Ouch. Again, I feel like this is that internal dialogue of people who are trying to come to terms with the fact that they like women.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah. Do you think it's not what good girls do?
Oh, absolutely not. Oh, absolutely no. No. I don't. No, I never thought of it like that before.
Right? And I, like, even when I first kissed a girl when I was young, I was in the 6th grade, I didn't think, like, this is so naughty. I'm not allowed to do this. I'm being so bad and misbehaving. I was just, like, thinking, like, oh, I enjoyed that. Wow, like,
yeah.
It's the same. To me, I was, like, of course, I'm, like, pansexual, so I was just, like, oh, it's the same, like, kissing a boy. It's the same thing. So I never thought, like, this isn't what good girls do.
Right.
But I feel like I also, like, kind of, in a lot of my life, cared less about, like, what society thinks of me than a lot of people do. Yeah. I feel like if you're someone who is, like, of society, then it would probably bother you. You're gonna be like, am I gonna lose my friends? Yeah. Is my family gonna, like, turn me away? Like, I mean, that's legitimate. Yeah, you know, like, that's a legitimate fear. Some people's families will turn them away, absolutely. And they will think that they're a bad girl or whatever. So, which I feel like kind of almost makes this line worse. Yeah. And more painful. But what I mean is, like, people who are worried about losing some kind of ranking that they have in society. Yeah. Like, I can see, like, if you think of my late grandma, who was, like, very much of society. She kind of, like, got married because all of her friends were getting married. And, like, was, like, trying, you know, that was something she valued. Yeah. It was important to her. But to me, like, I've never been that way. Right. I valued more so, like, living authentically, living my truth. So for me, I never was like, oh my gosh, I'm so naughty. It's not what good girls do. But I remember, like, you know, exes that I've had who have kind of gone through, like, those thoughts of, like, I can't believe I'm kissing a girl. Or, like, you know, I had an ex who got kicked out of her house. Like, so, I mean, it can be serious. Oh, absolutely. Too. Yeah. What did you ever think about, like, oh, I can't believe I'm kissing another girl. I'm so naughty. I'm so bad. No, not really.
Unfortunately, my first kiss with a girl wasn't great. And also said individual had a homophobic father that had the power to make me disappear. Okay. So that was more concerned about that.
You were more thinking about that. You never were like, this isn't what good girls do, not how they should behave.
No, I was thinking, this is weird.
And then she says, oh, are you ready? My head gets so confused, hard to obey. Okay, so I'm not really sure what's going on, except for the fact that she's obviously pretty tipsy.
Yeah, well, she already did say that she had some drinks.
Yeah, so I think she was, like, kind of tipsy and just, like, trying to come to terms with the fact that she kissed a girl and liked it. Hard to obey. Like, obey the rules?
Yeah, that's what I'm
or,
thinking.
Like, the internal rules?
Could be.
I'm not sure.
And then we have the thing again, da, 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 and then we have
chorus.
The chorus. And then we have us girls, we are so magical. Soft skin, red lips, so kissable. Had to resist, so touchable. Too good to deny it. Ain't no big deal. It's innocence.
Okay. Us girls, we are so magical. So
Magical girls, where?
I feel like already, like, she's kind of getting caught up in all the things she likes about girls. Yeah.
She likes the soft skin.
Yeah, they're soft skin. And I like can agree with a lot of this as someone who's, you've kissed both too. You really didn't enjoy kissing guys.
No, I did not.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't like stubble. I don't like it. I like kissing girls. Their face a lot of times is soft, and their lips are like soft. Like they're more likely to like moisturize their lips and everything. I mean, from my experience. From my experience. So I can see how this would feel this way. Like, oh my gosh, her skin is soft. Her lips are like, she has like chapstick on. As she mentioned earlier, she's so kissable. I can see how that would be like, wow, this is like such an enjoyable experience. Hard to resist, so touchable. Interesting.
Yeah.
So this is taking it a little beyond that. It's like, oh, like I'm having trouble resisting that this person's so touchable. It seems like to me she's having some sexual urges toward women.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Because you're not going to say had to resist so touchable.
Just like I want to have my hands on her.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ain't no big deal. It's innocent.
Wait, you forgot too good to deny it.
Oh, too good to deny it.
Hello.
Okay. So she can't even deny how good it is. She's feeling it. Ain't no big deal. It's innocent. So I feel like she was before saying that it's not what good girls do. Again, I feel like this is like just she's trying to come to terms with it.
I agree.
You know, she's like, it's no big deal. It's just innocent. It's just fun. I still have a boyfriend. I haven't like gone full gay. You know, like she's like trying to downplay this whole experience. And then it repeats that chorus again. I kissed a girl. I liked it.
But we still have the song. But it's so interesting when you dissect the lyrics like this.
Yeah, it is
2022.
interesting.
You're just kind of like,
I feel like I could see how part of, like, someone who is just coming to terms with having these feelings, or even someone who is, like, an out lesbian or sapphic woman, like, is experiencing, like, they would be experiencing all these thoughts, kind of like going back and forth of being like, oh, well, I really like it.
Yeah.
But I don't know what people are going to think about this. But also thinking back to when they were first coming out and first having these feelings and being like, okay, well, I don't really know, how I feel, like coming to terms with feeling these things.
Yeah.
I can see how this would kind of help people move through a lot of those experiences and not feel alone in it.
Yeah.
Right? You're
Absolutely.
like, am I the only one who's like having all these feelings? Yeah.
Right.
Anything else to add?
Good song.
Yeah, we've talked for 24 minutes so far about this song.
Yeah, I mean,
it's
there's
like only a few minutes long.
I mean, yeah, but there's a lot going on, you
Yeah.
know, when you start to dissect it and think about it, especially in 2022.
That's true.
Like, what it was like in 2008?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so.
Things have come a long way.
Yeah, they have definitely come a long way.
Yeah. Case in point, we were married. Yeah, in 2008. It was not legal for us to have gotten married.
Nope.
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 Anyway, we would love to hear what you all think about this song. So please let us know in the comments. Thanks you all so much for watching. We'd love to stay in touch with you. So please subscribe. What do you call it? Subscribe?
So I was
just for fun.
Subscribe.
So please subscribe.
Subscribe.
And we look forward to connecting with you all again soon. We'll be sending so much love. Till next time.
Laters.